Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs. Welcome back to Minecraft Pocket Edition / Windows 10 single player. We are back today in this world and we have done a little bit of work kind of off camera, kind of on camera. If you guys were around yesterday, you will have noticed that I did a little live stream from this world when I felt like doing a little bit of infrastructure building here and there, and things are coming along. I have myself a bit more acacia, I have myself some dark oak. We have been exploring the world, and I want to give a shout out to somebody whose name I completely forgot. I'm sorry. I will look it up in a second and put it on screen, but the fact is, if you go completely north from our little town here, you come across a swamp, and I found myself some slime. And ultimately that meant I was able to complete the kill mechanism for the skeleton spawner. So we have a skeleton spawner up and running, and I think in the next episode I'm going to show you how to put this thing together. But ultimately what that means is I've been able to put myself together a decent set of enchanted diamond tools. So far we've got ourselves the fortune pick, now has unbreaking. I got a decent sharpness sword in the last episode, and I'm sticking with it for now. Hopefully get unbreaking on that. Got ourselves a fantastic bow. That's going to be a bow that will last for a while, hopefully. And a silk touch shovel now has unbreaking 3 and efficiency 2, which is pretty much all it needs. Got efficiency and silk touch on an axe, waiting for unbreaking on that one as well. And some pretty decent diamond armor is coming together. All I need is the helmet to have protection and unbreaking. I've got respiration and aqua affinity ready to go. Everything is coming up Pixel, so we're doing alright, and today's episode is going to focus mainly on building the rest of this house we started in the last episode. Now you'll notice I've already done a little bit of the downstairs interior already. That could change. I'm kind of happy with it, but I kind of want to do something else with it at some point. We will see. But for the accent block in the walls around here, I chose bricks. And I know a lot of people aren't all that keen on red brick in Minecraft, but I've kind of grown to like it recently. I think it's alright. I think we can do some good stuff with it. And certainly from the outside, it doesn't look nearly as bright. I think it's the whiteness of the bricks that kind of gives people the impression that it stands out too much, but if you've got the lighting of it being recessed one block back from these wood pillars, it actually looks a lot more subtle, and I think that's really good as building materials. So we're going to go with that. Now, one of the first things I want to do is create a canopy that's coming out here, and it's going to be kind of one slab up from here, like so, and then around the outside we're going to leave a kind of lip like this, so it kind of comes half a block down, but it's got this nice recessed bit in the middle there, and then from there we can build in a full block on either side that's going to be supported by a cobblestone wall and a couple of oak wood fences. I really like this because it doubles as a balcony for the bit upstairs and also a kind of awning for the outside of it, so you can walk in under here. Now I do want to put a couple of torches under here just so we don't get mob spawns under here, because I think it'll probably get a little bit dark and I don't want mobs to be spawning right outside of my front door. Up here I'm going to put cobblestone walls on top of the fence posts just as an accent, but I think we're going to leave the rest of the balcony relatively clear. We're not going to have to put rails up or anything like that. I have this tendency to baby-proof my structures a little bit, but then nobody's going to be like suing me if they wander off the side of this balcony, so I think it's for the best. I think if we leave it like that, then it can look a little bit less cluttered. Now inside of here we want to build up with bricks like so. We're going to create a kind of archway leading into this place, and the only problem with designs like this is they leave a little bit of space inside the wall where stuff can spawn. So you know that I need to put a torch in there or fill it up with some kind of insulating block. In this case I'm just going to use cobblestone because hey, why not? So we've got a fairly basic archway. It's just kind of made of blocks, nothing fancy, but I figured we'll put in some spruce wood fences there just to give it a kind of a more of an arched feel, to give it more of a decorative feel. I think that works quite well. In fact, to give it even more of a measured feel, how about we put in a fence gate up here? The problem with fence gates, of course, is that you have to build up so they rest on something, and I do kind of want that to be changed in future editions of Minecraft because it feels kind of unnecessary in a way. I don't know, maybe it's necessary for the game's mechanics or something like that, but stuff like that with pumpkins and doors needing to be placed on top of blocks, I don't feel like that should be... I feel like that should be the case. I feel like they should be able to just be placed there because they hang there once you take the block away. It just doesn't really make much sense for them to do that anymore. Now, one element of this build I'm really happy with is these windows. I really like the way these came together, and we're going to do one on the opposite side. There's a recess somewhere in the ground here that seems to be spawning mobs, and every time I walk over here I hear spiders, so I might have to investigate that at some point. But anyway, yes, window boxes. We're going to show you how these are made. Okay, so on the outside we want to dig up 3 blocks of grass using the silk touch shovel, or you can just put some dirt up there if you like, and then we're going to make the stairs come down a little bit lower, so they're going to come down like so they support the window box section up here, and the 3 grass blocks are going to go on top like so. Now we're going to put trapdoors on the front of those to make them look a little bit more organized, and I have a ton of trapdoors squirreled away somewhere, so I don't want to make a bunch of those right away. Let's see if they are up in the chest here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, I'll find those in a second, but in the meantime what we want to do is come over here and start on the structure of the window on the inside. Now this window actually comes outwards a little bit, So what we're going to do is build 3 bricks there. We're going to have a row of 2 by 3 of glass, and then the next row of bricks is actually going to come out one. It's going to be over there like that, so it overhangs the rest of this bit. We're going to take this one away, and then we're going to put the trapdoors in here. Now that you can place trapdoors on glass, the best thing to do, I think, is to have trapdoors on either side of the window like so, so that it blocks it in a little bit, makes it look like the window has shutters, but you can still see out of most of it. Now we've got most of the second floor walls out of the way, it is time to go to work on the roof, and this is the bit that's probably going to take me the most amount of time, so we'll be cutting in and out of this as we go. The first thing we're going to do is bring up each of these spruce wood logs an extra block or so that they can contact and in some cases poke through the roof itself. So much like we've done with the first house, what we're doing now is adding a spruce wood border to the outside of this one, which actually gives a really nice kind of overhang around here, especially around the windows that we've built over here. I really like the way this one came together. So it's going to kind of follow around here. It's set 1 block out using slabs around this window just to give it that sense of, you know, overhanging the main window, just to shade the light a little bit from that window so people can see out. And we're going to frame out around the balcony window here just to kind of give it a sense of curvature. We're going to mostly do this using stairs, but there's going to be some regular old spruce blocks in here as well. And what you end up with looks like, oh, should have baby-proofed the balcony after all. What you end up with looks like this. Now using spruce wood logs, stairs, and the occasional fence here and there just to fill in a gap, we're going to frame out the roof. The roof is going to be like the one over here. It's going to be made out of a spruce wood frame and oak wood planks, and it's going to be quite steep in places, but we'll probably even out the slope a little bit with slabs and a few leaves. I need to go inside because it's getting a little dark. So what we've got now is a nice little overhang all the way around the roof, and in places like this where the spruce wood kind of goes across, I've added in slabs here and there just to hide that a little bit, just to kind of give it a little bit more texture around the outside. We still need to fill in this gap with some bricks, so I better go up and do that now. There we go, that's all sealed up now, and I've actually left torches in the corners by the windows instead of filling them up with cobblestone like we did over here, because if there's a torch here by the windows, the light will actually come through the glass, and then at night you'll get this kind of nice homely glow from inside, and I think that'll look pretty good. Now over here what I've done is I've left the spruce wood logs sticking out one from the top edge of this spruce overhang we've created, and what we're going to do with these is add stairs onto here, and then these are going to form the start of our roof frame, which we actually want to be in this configuration here, which is going to leave this spruce log looking a little bit wonky, but we'll get to that in a second. So I want to go 3 up from here like so, and what we're left with is something that looks like this. So it's got 3, 2, and then 1 at the top there, and that's going to form the basis of the roof. And we're going to come around here and we're going to do exactly the same thing on this side so we can connect the 2 of these arches, and this is going to be the pitch of the roof like so. We've got 2 blocks there, 2 blocks there, 1 block there, and then an alternating block of oak wood planks, and the spruce wood pillars are going to stick out through the top here. Now we just got to fill in the rest of the roof because we've got the basic frame all done, and that's going to take a little bit of work, so I'll be back with you guys in a second. Okay, so we got the roof pretty much done at this point, and I'm trying to decide whether I like this or not, this kind of alternating pattern of slabs giving texture to the back of the roof. I figure I may as well leave it like this for now, seeing as we're not going to look at the back of this house all that much anyway. It's kind of plain as it goes, but all in all, not bad, and the rest of the house is looking pretty great. I do want to add some leaves to the roof just to give it a little bit more character, make it look like it's been here for a while, and it just needs something to break up the monotony of the oak wood planks up there. But all in all, I think this is a pretty decent build. It's come together really well, really happy with how it's gone, and the roof is solid. That's the main thing. The roof is complete and looks like a roof should look, as opposed to sometimes my builds don't quite go as well as I like. And in the light of the morning, that's not a bad looking build. I'm pretty happy with it. How about you? What do you think, Mr. Creeper? Get back! Almost didn't have my sword out then for a second. Nice. Alright, we got him. Now, we're going to add some leaves to this, and I'm going to do some of the interior, but we're probably going to do that in between episodes. So thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. My name has been Pixlriffs. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.